Hello, hello. Today I've got Draft Picks by Viking Prime. And I don't know, I'm worried. I just made a comment the other day that I don't do really hard puzzles, but we'll see, or that often. So I'm already breaking that rule. So we'll get into this. I've never done this rule set before, so we'll see how it goes. So if normal Sudoku rules applying, that means the digits 1 to 9 will appear once each in every row, every column, and every marked 3 by 3 box. Uh, Even though it's Viking Prime, luckily there are no Schrodinger cells in this puzzle. Team sum rules apply. So what does that mean? We're going to divide the digits 1 to 9. I think I'm going to use these to track which digits are which team. So every digit is in exactly one of the two teams. The finished grid is divided into orthogonally connected areas, which contain only digits from one team and are bounded by digits of the other team and or the border of the grid. A number clue gives the sum of all cell values in the area. Digits may repeat in such an area, and the sum clues are in an arbitrary position within the area. Each area has at most one clue, but may also have none at all. A question mark is a stand-in for any integer sum, including double-digit numbers. So, what does that mean? That means if this is a team, let's call that purple, then this this is going to be its own little area. So let's put it differently. Let's do something in the middle of the grid. Suppose I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And let's just do a little roping here. Right. And now suppose that I had team digits. Let's say I had 1 to 3 are blue, 4 and 5 are yellow, 6 and 7 are blue, and 8 and 9 are yellow. Then if this were the way the team composition worked, then I would go through here and say, okay, all the 1s, 2s, and 3s are, and 6s and 7s are blue. These, I just did yellow when I meant to do blue. All of these would be yellow. And does this work? No, it's already too big. But if these were also yellow and these were also, and that was yellow, then, well, first of all, that would mean this yellow digit is from 4, 5, 8, or 9, but not 9, of course, right? And further, this 20 here would mean that this sum, the digits here, well, not necessarily digits, we'll get to that in a second, they sum to 20, right? So the values of these digits, of the values of these cells will sum to 20. And I couldn't have two different clues in the same area. Right, so up here, that's going to matter because if, let's say this is yellow, that means that this 5 can't be in the same area as this yellow, so it has to be blue. This 5 has to be in the same, it can't be in the same area as this, so this would also have to be blue. This would have to be yellow for the same reason that couldn't join those. So that the reason these question marks matter at all is because you can't have two clues in an area. So I think that's as much as I understand of the team sum. So we'll see how that goes. Copycat rules. So copycat rules say that, and I have done a puzzle like this. I think even I've recorded one. And this is a Scojo, I think inspired. If it's not inspired, if it's not it wasn't created by him. It's at least become his constraint. The copycats say they're kind of like doublers in that I'm going to place one in every row, every column, and I'll just read the rule. Place copycat cells into the grid so that there is exactly one copycat cell in each row, column, and box. Each copycat cell must contain a different digit. The value of a copycat cell is the digit in the cell rotationally opposite itself in the grid, 180-degree rotation about the center of the grid. For example, if R2C3, that's here, is a copycat cell containing the digit 5, and R8C7 here contains the digit 9, the value of this copycat cell is the digit here, which is a 9. So for the purposes of these team sum clues, this would take the value 9. So if these were in the same, team, then, and let's say I had blue surrounding it, right? Then these three cells would sum to 27, sorry. But this one would be counted as 9. So these would have to sum to 18. So you could do something, whoops, like this. Like this would be a valid way to make this team sum work with the copycat cell here. In addition, wait, did I read? I must have read the part where each digit's there exactly once. Each copycat cell must contain a different digit. Yep. So if this copycat cell is a 5, there can be no other copycat cells with a 5 in them. Now, I think it's possible for this copycat cell to take a 9, and also I could have a copycat cell, let's say here, that took this 9. That would be okay. I think copycat cells can copy the same digit. They just can't have the same digit inside. And in addition, copycat cells may never borrow values from digits of its same team. Okay, so if this is yellow, so this actually wouldn't work, because if these are all yellow, this copycat would have to copy to a blue cell. So then 9 would have to be both blue and yellow, which doesn't work. But I didn't know that, or I didn't remember that when I just did this. Digits in space outside the grid have been provided for tracking purposes and as a solving aid. Okay, let's try it. So I mean, these corners are all very conspicuous because I don't know what the color is, but I know that I can do a checkerboard pattern here where if I just set 1, they're going to be all different. I'm going to start in the one with the fewest question marks because I think that's going to be the most helpful. Yeah, so I think I'm going to need a copycat cell here. Right? Hold on. I need a copycat cell here because how else could I have, how else am I going to do 5? Suppose I had no copycat cells in here. How would I make all these 5 sums work? Well, so first of all, I'm going to color these by team sums. I'm going to get this blue, these yellow, and that blue. Now, if these aren't copycat cells, this is a 1-cell area. This has got to just be a 5. This one can't have a 5, so it's got to be 2 cells summing to 5. So these are going to be either 1, 4, or 2, 3. These are going to be 1, 4, or 2, 3. And then this would have to be bigger than 5 because I've got these 5 cells all being the digits 1 to 5. These would be 6, 7, 8, 9. That would break. So one of these has to be, oh, hold on. Not quite. I could have a copycat cell in one of those two maybe. So these are not copycats. That's definitely true because I only use these 6 cells in that explanation. But I think I could put a copycat cell in one of these. So let's say this is a copycat cell. Then this is a 5. These sum to 5. That's still not going to work. This is going to be less than 5, and it's going to have to sum with either this one or this one. Either way, we've got 5 digits between 1 and 5. This one would have to be more than 5. So you don't have to take that. So it is one of these 4 cells that has to be a copycat cell. I don't know which is more likely to be able to disprove. I'm just trying to think through what would be a problem with this being a copycat cell, say. Then we'd have 5. No, that works great. What's wrong with this being a copycat cell? Oh, actually, so this one can't be copycat. This is interesting. This can't be a copycat cell because actually, I think that works for both of these. This can't be a copycat cell because suppose this is. Well, that means these aren't. So this is a 5. These are yellow and sum to 5. These are yellow and sum to 5. So these are 1, 4, and 2, 3 in some orientation. Then what's this? This is going to have to copycat, and not to any low digit, but to 5 exactly, because it can't take another digit, because these are all going to, like these 4 digits would all be 6 to 9, because these are 1 to 5. So this is a 6, 7, 8, 9 quad. But that means this blue cell can't grow, because it would take something that's higher than 5. So this would be blue, meaning that these would have to be yellow. So all of these would be yellow, and then these 5 clues would break. So this can't be a copycat. I think the exact same logic works here, where if this is the copycat, now the same problem arises where these have to be 1, 2, 3, 4. And now this has to be 5, because it can't be bigger than 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4 are taken. And it can't be a copycat because this is the copycat. But that means that these have to be yellow and we get the exact same problem. So actually, one of these is a copycat. Hey there, unusual cut in here because I was watching Pedaling Pianist string this exact puzzle and realized that I overlooked a possibility that got me some wrong logic right here. So the wrong logic is if, I don't remember exactly how I colored it actually, but if these are, the reason that this R1C1 cannot be a copycat is if these are both copycats, think about what happens. If these are both copycats, then none of these are copycats. So I'll just shade these all in yellow actually, and forget the blue, forget the team coloring here. So if these are copycats, right? These being, I mean, this would become a 5, this would become a 9, right? As part of this pair. Then this has to be now a 6. And then how do we make these work? Well, to make these work, we would need to have, well, first of all, going with the logic that I just said wrongly, right? The only way this is going to work is, so 5 is on the blue team, which is therefore this team, right? So one of these is going to be a natural 5. Let's say it's here, just to keep it out of the way. It doesn't really matter where you put it. Then we're going to have something like either 1, 4, or 2, 3 here, and 1, 4, or 2, 3 here, right? So 1 and 4 and 2 and 3 are on different teams. That's something I'll realize a little bit later in the solve, but you need that here. So and then here, what do you do? Well, I can't have copycats anywhere in here, and I can't have 1 and 4 or 2 and 3. I can't have all of 1, 2, 3, and 4 here. So there's just no way to get 6s here. The only way to get 6, I could do 1, 5, right? But if I do 1, 5, then over here I'm left with 4 and then something like 7 at least to make this work, which doesn't work. So, I mean, another way to think about it is, how do I get to 6 as like naturally as possible? Well, there's no 5s in here. So I could do, say, a 1, 5 pair here and a 2, 3 pair here with a copycat cell into a 1. But if I do that, now the problem is 1 ends up being on the same team as 2 and 3, which we know is not true from over here. So I guess actually this goes here. But so it's kind of hard to see, but that is the basic logic that I'm just putting in here. And I'm going to cut back to the actual solve and then just kind of take for granted that those are not copycats. All right, bye. So this is a 5. It's just straight up a 5. This is a low digit. Let's say this is the copycat. Then we get, these are both yellow. This has to be blue. So this becomes 1, 2, 3, 4. These are 1, 2, 3, 4. These yellow with that blue. These blue with these become yellow. And then this isn't going to be able to grow like that. So this, whichever one of these is the copycat, I did it with, in my head with, and out loud, with this one being it, but the same logic could flip to be here, is going to copycat to one of these cells and take exactly a 5, not less than 5. Because if it takes less than 5, it has to grow. But the way it works out, like let's say this is the copycat again, right? These are yellow, these are blue, and this has to be the end of the area. So these have to be yellow, which means this has to be blue. Otherwise, we get a huge yellow region that gets to way more than 5. And that means this is a by itself yellow region. So whichever one is the copycat is a by itself region, which means it has to take a 5 from down here. And because one of these is a copycat, it's copycatting down here. So these are actually blue and these are yellow because you can't copycat to your own team. So these end up being blue. Whichever one of these is the copycat is going to be blue down here. And because of this checkerboarding, if this is blue, these become yellow and that becomes blue. And the same thing happens the other way. So it doesn't matter which of these is the 5 that's being copied from up here, we get this same checkerboard pattern, which is nice. Can I say this is 9? Yeah, I can, because it can't copycat to a 5, so that's a 9. And I think I can do the same thing here. No, these are a 6-8 pair, but they're either both copycat or neither copycat. Oh, is that right? Hold on, let me just back up. Suppose this were like a 7, just a random digit. How would that work? It would have to be a copycat cell to here. which would mean this would have to be a 6. But that would mean this would have to be a copycat to get up here. So this would have to be an 8. It couldn't be a 7. Yeah. So this is either 6 or 8. And the way this could, so if this could be 6, clearly that's just a 6. This would have to be an 8 because it can't copycat to a 6. And again, I'm sorry, I didn't say this out loud, but this has to be its own area because these have clues in it. So this can't grow. So I don't know if it's blue or yellow yet. Actually, I thought I would have a guess based on the symmetry, but it could really be either. I don't know whether it's blue or yellow yet, but it's definitely by itself because these, you can't have 2 clues in the same area. So it's either 6 or copycats to a 6. So one of the way of thinking is one of these 2 cells is a 6. By the same logic, one of these 2 cells is an 8. And they can't both be 6 because if they're both 6, then this cell doesn't work. If they're both 8, this cell doesn't work. So there's one each of 6 and 8. And they're either this is 6 and this is 8 and neither of them are copycats, or this one's 6 and this one's 8 and they're both copycats. Does 6 not work with copy? Hold on. So what I'm realizing is, hold on, 5 is blue, yellow is 9. What I'm realizing is that 1, 4 are on some team and 2, 3 are on some team. So some team, on a particular team. Is that why it's called? No, team sums. Some team, okay. So I don't know whether it's blue or yellow. So I'm gonna call this purple and this green for a second. To sum to 5, one of these is gonna be 1, 4, if this is the copycat, obviously. If this is the copycat, it goes this way. But one of these is gonna be 1, 4, and the other one's gonna be 2, 3. Which means 2 and 4 are on different teams. And 1, 2, 3 is also not possible as a team. So how are these 6 clues going to work if this is a copycat? If this is a copycat, I would need... if this is a copycat, the problem is none of these become copycats. So this 6, none of these rather. So this 6 cannot possibly, it can be at most 3 cells. Is that true? Hold on. Yeah, because the first 3 cells it take will all be like in a can't see, are in no copycats and see itself. So it can't go to a 4th cell either way. So, and the only way that would work is if purple is blue, I could do 1, 5, but I can't put 2, 2, 4 or 1, 2, 3. So this has to be a real 6, which means this has to be a real 8. Oh, actually, probably easier. If these are both copycats, that one of these is a copycat. I wonder if I should do copycat. I would have seen that, I think, very obviously if I had these colored as copycats. But one of these is a copycat. So if these are both copycats, neither of these could be. I think that's easier to see why it goes that way. But I think that logic is going to be helpful here anyway. So how are these, I think I'm struggling to see how these won't work without a copycat. If you ignore the team sum, it's very easy, right? You put 2, 4, 1, 5. I guess that's the other way. 1, 5 here, 2, 4 here, or even 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, or something like that. But that doesn't work here because the only way to make 6 using digits of the same team is possibly 5, 1. And even that might not work. I can't do 3, 2, 1. I can't do 2, 4. So I need a copycat for one of these two in one of these groups. Now, where does the copycat go? How is this going to work? So I could easily do 1, 5 here. That works. But then what do I do here? If this is 1, 5, what do I do here? I can't do 2, 4. Oh, I do something copycat. Yeah, if this is 1, 5, I get 2, 3, or 4 with a copycat at something over here. So maybe this is the problem because this can't be 1, 5. So does that mean this has to have a copycat here? I could do 2, 3 copycatted 1. What's wrong with that? If this is 2, 3, and this is a copycatted 1, that means my 5 copycat is here, so that's 5. Oh, weird. Hold on. I was going to say this is 5 either way, but that's not true. Let's keep going with that. If this is 2, 3, this copycats to a 1. But I do get 3 greens in a row, whatever that means. This becomes the copycat. This 2, 3 means this is 1, 4, this is 2, 3. So 2, 3 becomes blue. So these will be blue, 6 would be yellow. So this would also have to be blue. But I could do 5 copycat to a 5. Oh no, copycat to a 1. Copycat to a 1. That seems fine. Wait, hold on. This can't be 1, 5 either. Hold on. I think neither of these can be 1, 5 is what I'm seeing. So I think what's going to end up happening is I'm going to need 2 copycat cells. This obviously can't be. So the only way to do a 6 sum without copycat cells, I can't do 3, 2, 1, I can't do 2, 4, it's got to be 1, 5, and then purple is blue. I clearly can't do 1, 5 here because of this 5. But if I try to do 1, 5 here, what that means is that's not a 5, that is, which means that's our copycat cell. But that means none of these are copycat cells. Oh, but this could be 2, 3 with this could copycat to a 1. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty mind-bending. I mean, it's a very Viking Prime. It's a very Viking Prime kind of puzzle, I think. There has to be something I'm just not seeing. One of these is blue. Well, can I count how many blues and yellows there are? That might help with this. So I get, let's say this is the copycat. 2 blues, I get 3 of each. I get 5 yellows. So there's 5 yellows and 4 blues. And right now, only one more of these can be blue. Is that interesting? I don't know. Only one of these can be blue. The rest are yellow. Because whichever way this goes, there's 3 blues, and there's only 4 blues in this box, and 5 yellows. Hold on. So that means this has to be, so 6 would have to be the blue. In this world where this is a 2, oh no, 2, 3, 1. I think these could all be yellow. I feel like I'm ready, like it's so precarious. It's got to be, it has to be something to do with ruling this out from being a copycat, but I don't know how. Like what's, oh, no. If this is 2, 3, 1 copycat, how do you make this work? Because now this can't be, oh, it could be 1, 5 still. Hold on. How does this work as 1, 5? If this is 1, 5, it's blue. These become green, which is yellow. Hold on, does that break the blue-yellow boundary here? Hold on. If this is 1, 5, we have 5 here, that's our copycat, which means that's blue. 5 is blue, so these are blue. 6 is yellow now. This has to be, oh no, this could just be something copycat. Well, these are blue, or it could just be a copycat by itself. I could just copycat to a 6. Hold on. If this is blue, yellow, yellow, these are blue. I only get one more blue in the cell. Where is it? It's got to be the 19, I think. Sorry, I'm just not seeing it. Hold on. Okay, that didn't work. So I need it for this to work. I need a copycat here or here or here or here. One of these 4 cells is a copycat. I want to try to rule this out of being the copycat so I can do something here. That will let me color all this in. So what's wrong if this is the copycat from this 6? That means these aren't copycats. I can't do 2, 3 because that's going to break this. So this would have to be 1, 5. So if this, let's start, the premise is this is a copycat, which I'm going to do red circles for. That means this is a copycat. Oh yeah, that immediately breaks because now this is a 5. Yeah. This, because if this is the copycat, no. This is the 5. Yeah, no, that's the right way. If this is the copycat, which means this is the 5, this is a 1, 5 pair, which becomes blue. This is yellow. This is blue. This is yellow. I only get one more blue. So where is it? Not here, because if this is blue, oh, not here. That's what breaks. I run out of blues. So for this 6 to work, because this is the copycat, these can't be copycats. So I need blue to essentially go down to here, but that's just way too many blues. I only get 4 blues by this. I'm 20 minutes in, so I'm going to use that. I feel like there's probably a slightly more straightforward way to see it. This is not quite so bifurcated, but I'm going to use that. So this is not a copycat. One of these is, this is not. So this is my copycat. This is my 5. Which means this is yellow. This is blue. These are yellow. This is blue. Cool. This is blue. And then what? These are 1, 2, 3, 4. These are high. One of these are, so now this can't be 1, 5 anymore. So this needs a copy. So these both need a copycat. So one of them is going to be 2, 3. So these, one of these are green. So this is purple, whatever that means. I'm guessing that means purple is not blue. But so how am I going to show that? Because if purple is blue, we're all done with coloring. 2, 3, 7, 8, 9 are a team. 1, 4, 5, 6 are a team. So what would happen if that were true? If purple is blue, this becomes blue. Yeah, no, they're just straightforward. Oh, actually, hold on. No, I'm wrong. Well, if this is blue, I wonder if we'll quickly run out of, because I only get one more blue for all this. I think it could make it work. Hold on. So one of these is 2, 3. One of these is, so the reason I got 6 is purple is because one of these is 2, 3 with a 1. The other one could just be a single copycat cell to a 6, say. Or a 5 with a copycat 1. But neither of these can be 5, actually. So one of these is a singleton copycat cell. So one of these is actually a 6. Which very nicely mirrors the logic down here. Oh, and it's this one because this can't be a copycat. So this is my copycat. Whoops. This is my copycat cell, which goes to a 6, which you said is purple. So these are purple. These are green. So 8 is green. I feel like now we're going to stick with purple and green, and blue and yellow are going to get switched. Hold on, I've got 3 greens, 3 purples, which means this is yellow. Because I have 4 blues. So whether green is blue or purple is blue, that's 4 blues. So 7 and 9 are of the same team. Let's do coloring up here. Purple. And so this is 2, 3, which is green. One of these is a green copycatted to a 1. So one of these is a 1. And I'm going to not mark that because I'll get confused shortly. So this can't be 2, 3 now. So 1, 4 is blue. There we go. Oh, so actually the way I thought it wouldn't work is the way it is. Purple is blue. Yeah, I'm going to do it this way. Blue. Now, this is yellow. This is blue. This has to be blue because this is copycatting to a 6. Wait, why did that have to be true? Because I think it was because I didn't have another small digit of the same team to work with as 2 and 3. Yes. Wait, hold on. Could I have done? No, I couldn't have done 5 because of these 5s. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that's right. And since this is the copycat, this is not. So this is actually my yellow that's copycatted to a 1. So this is a 1, which is blue. Can this copycat here and that be a 9? I think that's still possible. No. This can't copycat because of this. So this has to grow. And it's either, because it's blue, it's either, and it's not a copycat and it's blue. It's either a 1 or a 4. This can't be 2 or 3. So this is 7 or 8 is what's left. One 4 is here. So this is 5 or 6, but not 6. So that's a 5. This is blue. So that's a 6. Oh, no, I broke it. Oh, no. Oh, I did 6 in the wrong spot. Is that the only thing that matters? I'm so bad at rotating in my head. I think I could just, I don't think I used that 6 for anything, right? Let me just back up and make sure. How did I do that logic without the 6s? So that's just coloring based on the 6, which is the same either way. I didn't even eliminate the 6 from column 1. That's all coloring over there. It has nothing to do with the 6. That has nothing to do with the 6. Yeah, okay. So I just put the 6 in the wrong spot. This is the 6. How is that a 6? No, this is a 6. Hold on. How did I get that one of these is a 6? Sorry. Oh, because it's blue. And blue is 6. So this is 4. That's also 1, 4. This has to be yellow then. This has to be yellow because it can't be 1, 4, 5, or 6. That's weird to me for some reason. One of these is a 6. And therefore blue and the rest are yellow. Oh, so I think it's going to be here because if this is blue and then these are both yellow and I have 2 clues connected. If this is blue, same thing. So this is my blue, which is a 6. These are yellow. This has to grow to get to higher digits. These are all blue to avoid this growing anymore. Blue digits, so that's a 1 or a 4. That's my 4 blues in this column. That's a yellow 7 or 8. That's my 4 digits here. So these are from 1, 4, 6, but this one's not 6. So this is, that's my 4 blue digits here. So these are yellow. This is next to this blue with a question mark. So this is yellow. I've got 4 blues here. So this is also yellow. One of these is my blue 6. These are 1, 4. So these are yellow. This is 2, 3, of course. None of these are 6. One of these is a copycat. I don't know. 2, 3, 7, 8. Is that helpful? Not really. 2, 3, 9 here. This can't be yellow because then that would connect these. So this is blue, and it is the last blue in this area. So that's the 6. I have 2 blues here. This has to be one of them because these can't connect. So that's blue. This has to grow, but it can grow anywhere. One of these is a copycat. I'm running out of clues here. Let's see. 2 blues and a yellow. Either 7, 8. Oh, I have 7, 8, 9 triple in copycats, which I'm not going to mark. One of these is a 9, so this isn't, because this isn't the 9. So what does that mean? This cell, I think these are the same. Let me think through this. This is a copycat cell that's neither of these. So these are the 2 cells. Yeah, this sees both of these. So this is a 1, 2, 3 triple. But this is, or not 1, 2, 3. These are a 7, 8, 9 triple. These are also 7, 8, 9 triple. So these 2 are the same. I'm going to put a little purple flash here to remind myself of that. Which means this is this. Goes up here. Hold on. 2, 3. This has to grow, right? Because 9, 8, 7, 3 is the biggest this could be. And that's only 26. Uh-oh. How is this going to work? I wonder if I broke this. 24, 27. Oh, I could take a 2. Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah. So this is going to grow to 20. Yeah, that is 29. Okay, sorry. I did the math wrong in my head the second time. So that's yellow because it has to grow. But that's also going to be 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, which sums to 29. So it has to be flanked by blues now. These are now from 1, 4, 5. As is this. No, that could be 6. No, it can't be 6 from here. These are all yellow. Oh, hold on. Let me back up. I think that's not quite right. This one's still, that is correct, but this could be a copycat cell. But it could copycat to itself. Oh no, it can't copy to itself right here. So that was correct, but I didn't think through one of the possibilities, which is that this this has a sum to 29, but this could be a copycat cell. But since I know this whole sum, this would sum to 29 without being a copycat cell, in order for that to be a copycat cell, oh no, it could copycat, no. It could copycat to something less than itself and keep growing. That's what I failed to account for. That is possible. Knowing Viking Prime, that is what will happen. This digit is here. Let's call that orange. These are yellow. This now can't be yellow, otherwise these will connect. Well, hold on. 7, 8, 9 are taken. So for this to be a copycat cell, it'll have to be the 2 or the 3. Going to something small, going to the blue 1 specifically. I guess it could be 3 copycatting to 1, and then I get an extra 2. That's the only way it's still possible. Oh boy, okay. This has to grow, so that's yellow. That's not 8. Any of these could be copycat cells. Any of these could be. Actually, hold on. This does have to be 2 or 3, I think. Yeah, well, yeah, 7, 8, 9 triple here. I had a more complicated way of seeing it, but that's much better. This is a 2, 3. My other 2, 3 is here, or easier. That's 7, 8, 9. It's really strange to me that this is going to solve. There's just nothing going on. I guess the team sum is probably pretty restrictive, even without the actual clue, even without the sums. I just know this is going to be 3 copycatting to 1. I just know that's what's going to happen. Well, one of these then is a 2. So either this is, oh no, this could be a 3 without any copycatting. Never mind. This is this, and that stops immediately. This has to grow because there's no copycats. I mean, if there were, that could be at most 18. So that's got to grow. These can't connect, so that has to be blue. Now, I don't think this has to keep growing. This could be 9, 8, 3. 9, 3 would be over here, 8 here. One of these is a 6. I get a 6 in one of those, 6 in one of these. This one I'll mark. How would a blue 1 here sum to 8? It couldn't connect over here. And it couldn't connect down or left because then it would end up taking the 6. If I have a 1 and 6, I can't then add another 1 anywhere. I mean, you could if you could somehow diagonally get out of the box. But like if these both were blue, one of these would be a blue 6, and that would just immediately break because I'm already at... Oh, no, this could copycat to a 1. That's how it would work. This would copycat to this 1. this would be a 1. Yeah, that's possible. Okay, stand corrected. 1 and 5 are in here. Does this have to grow? These aren't copycats. These aren't copycats. So this has to grow because most I can do is 9, 8, another 9. That's only 26. Now these can't connect. So that is blue. Whew. Which means none of these are copycats. One of these is a copycat. I'm going to put red circles in both of these. It's probably going to confuse me at some point when I try to do a vertical scan, but I'm going to do it anyway. One of these is blue. These can't both be yellow, but that's really not much restriction at all. This is one of each, but that really is not so helpful in the row. These are all 2 of each. This is 1 of each. I probably can figure out the composition of this if I'm really, so let's try that. This is 1 of each. What am I missing from these 2? From these 2 boxes, I'm missing 5 blues and 5 yellows. Wait, no, that's not going to work. I don't know why I thought I could do that. I don't see how I can get this. This is 1 of each. This is 1 of each. So these are the same. If they're blue, this could also be blue or yellow. If they're yellow, this has to be blue so the yellows don't all connect. Because I can have 2 clues like in the same yellow area. So these are the same, but does that help me? I think it only helps me if they're yellow. I'm not sure what to do next. I have the 789 copycat. But I don't see how that's helping me. This is this, so that's not an 8. Well, these 2 are these 2 are these 2. So this is a 7-8 pair. So that's a 9. Okay, 9, 7, 8, 8, 7. So now this is 15 has to grow. I guess I should have known that has to grow. Yeah, sorry, I should have known that just has to grow anyway. This can't be a copycat. It can't be 7, 8, or 9 because it'd be too big. That's 15. It can only go by 4. No, this is broken. Why is that broken? I made a mistake somewhere, because if this grows again, it's just going to get way too big. So I did something wrong. I think the coloring's probably right. Let me just get rid of these 7, 8s, and 9s and see if I can just fix that. Well, that one's an 8. Let's put everything back. And let's get rid of that purple flash. Oh. These two, oh, it's because I'm wrong. These two are not these two. So let's go way back. The problem was, for some reason, I thought they couldn't be 9. Oh, that was silly. I assumed the conclusion I wanted to get to. Okay, but that is not 8 is correct. Now that was the problem, is I did these are these, which were 7, 8 pair, which is not correct. So the way to think about it is this has to grow. It can't grow down here because then that would connect to a way too big region that has another clue in it. None of these are copycats. So even if this were 5, a 2, 3 summing to 5, this would be at least 15. That'd be 20, which is too big. So this has to be blue. Also, I can just count the colors in the row. So now how does this work? If this is 7, 9, that could be a 3. If it's 8, 9, that could be a 2. But this does have to be a 9, because if it's 7, 8 pair, that has to be a 4, which is not blue. So this is a 9 because this can't be a 9. So that doesn't get us anywhere, does it? No, it gives us 2 of these are not 9. So that one's my 9. Like these are not 9. So that is. These become now 2, 3, 7. And since these aren't copycats, even if this is a value 9, this still has to grow. So that becomes yellow. These can't connect, so that becomes blue. So this is 2 or 3. The other one's here. That's blue, actually. One of these is a 5. With this cell, whatever that is, which is also this cell. Can this keep growing? Probably, because I have a copycat opportunity. No, it can't grow, because the best I could do is to copy this down, a 9 down to a 1. Actually, I can't even copycat 7, 8, or 9. So if all 5 were in here, all 5 yellows. Oh no, sorry, there are 5 yellows in the box. Much simpler. So now, how do I can't have 7, 8, and 9 all in here. I mean, no, one of them could copy. None of it, because 7, 8, and 9 can't copycat anymore. So I can't have 7, 8, 9 in here all together, because that'd be 24 already. That's too big. So this is 7, 8, or 9. Which means this has 2 and 3. One of them could copycat to a blue cell. Which I was going to say would be counterproductive because we already get to 20, but that's not true, because I could have just have 2, 3, 7, 8. No copycats. And that would work. But I could also have 2, 3, 7, 9 and have the 2 copycat down to a 1. That would also work. So this is not, no, that is right. 4, 5, 6. These are all 4, 5, 6. Okay. This is 7, 8, 15. This can't copycat, so it's somewhere between 22 and 24. This can't copycat either, so it can't be another 7, 8, 9, because that would be at least 30. So this is 2 or 3, which means I get a 2, 3 pair here. That's now a 7. Which means that's 8. That's 8. That's 7. And now I will mark down here 7, 8, and 9 are figured out, placed. And I can get rid of this purple flash. That's a 7. This is now cut off and not a copycat cell, so that's a 4. Orange is now 1. And I'll get rid of that flash as well. This is now a 4-5 pair. A blue here and a blue here. Not sure. This is 15, except I could have a copycat. This can't be, there's no, because these aren't copycats. So even if I copycatted a 5 down to a 2, I could only add 3 more, which would be, so this has to be yellow. No, these aren't copycats because of this. What am I thinking? This is here. These aren't this could copycat. Oh, hold on. Does that give me room? This could copycat down to a 2. That gives me 4 extra. So if this was a 2, it'd be at 11. I could do, let's say, something copycatted to a 1, which I can't really do, 114, but even 114 would be too big, because that'd be 6 plus 2, 4, 5. It's 8 plus 9, 17. It's too big. So this has to be yellow. Now, it doesn't mean I can't put a blue down here that just connects to a 1 or something. Or, no, how would that work? I guess I could do a copycat. The 6 could be a copycat, and I could have this be a copycat as well, I think. Might work. So if this is the other 2, 3 has to be in here in this box. So I get a virtual 2, 3 pair here. So it's not there. I get what? I get, if this is, there's definitely a 7 here. So if this is 2, 3, 8, there's no copycat, and that's fine. If it's 2, 3, 9, the 2 is copycatted to a 1. Oh, but these can't copycat to a 1. So these are 2, 3, 8, which means that's 9, which means that's 9. There's an 8 here, 7, 8. This could be a copycat. And this could keep growing, maybe. So if this keeps growing, it's got to grow. It could grow to another copycat cell, though. Oh, okay. I don't want to think about that yet. I might have to. But hold on. Now that I have this, is this just a 17? That's just a 2, right? Because these aren't. None of these are copycats. So that's a 2. 3, 9. So this is 2, 8. So this is 3, 7. I really just want to cut this off, but I think it's still possible to not do that. I'm just looking for, clues that I can use. I don't know how to use this yet. There's got to be some copycat something then. So 6 or 3 is copycatted in this box. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6 could be literally anything. Well, where's my 4 copycatted? Maybe I should think about that. I guess box 5 and 8 or yeah, okay. No. Can I think about where my 2s and 3s are copied? Well, that's just a 3. Hold on. So this works without copycats. If this is a copycat, could I keep growing? Oh, this can't be a copycat. These are not copycats. So that's done. Yeah, not having copycat shading is hard. I don't want to draw red X's over everything because I will not be able to see anything if I do that. These could connect because there's no clues in this at all yet, let alone 2 clues. This does, I mean, this could just be a blue and a sea of yellow, just a blue copycat. Well, if this is a copycat, it goes to 2 or 3. So I guess this could be a blue, like a 3, no, a something 5 pair where this copycat's to a 3. That's possible. Except one of these is blue, right? So maybe this way works and those are all yellow. That's possible. I probably know this color is yellow by row. So I've got one more blue here to play with. If it's not here, these are all yellow, which does seem hard to do. You'd have to copycat. Yeah, it doesn't work. This has to be blue, because if this is yellow, I need 4 blues in the column. These would all be blue. If these are all blue, then they're all the same, clearly. So at a minimum, they're 1, 4, and a copycat. Oh no, that does work. That does work. In my head, I was doing it with yellows, the yellow digits, where it doesn't work. But with the blue digits, it does work. If this is blue, these all become yellow. Is that important? Probably not, because yellow is what they probably are. So when I'm looking through this, I'm just looking for places where it's very precarious, meaning in my head, if something, like some cells seem more natural to go one way than another. Like I have 3 blues here. So these all are kind of more natural to be yellow than blue. So if I can do something like, what happens if this is blue? Does that break something? Then I could color it yellow. But sometimes you actually want to go the other way, because if you can find that, it fills in the whole rest of the column. Like if I can figure out which of these is blue by saying, well, this one can't be yellow for some reason, it fills out, it makes it blue, and that finishes the column. So sometimes you need to look for something like that. So it's hard to know which one you want to look at any given point in time. All right, let's look at this 15 clue. Can I extend it at all? This is really 9. So to extend it, this would have to be a copy. No, this would copycat to 8. So it cannot extend. I keep forgetting to look at what it copycats to. So my 3 now is copycatted somewhere, because the 7's done. And now this can't be yellow, because if this is yellow, well, actually, oh no, sorry. If this is yellow, I've got 5 yellows at least. There's just no way. Because one of these is going to be at least 7. It could be, I mean, we're going to have 7, 8. Yeah, it just doesn't work. That's a blue. And it can't just be a blue 8. If it copycats to 2 or 3. I don't think I can make 8 out of these digits. No, I can do 6, 1, 1. I mean, I can't do it with this arrangement, but I was going to say I can't do it without copycatting, but I could if I could somehow get out of this box and not touch a whole string of blues. Like in theory, you could do this, but then I would need a 6 here, which I don't have. So I think I need a copycat cell with this 8, but I don't know which box it's in. Oh, well, where's my 2 copycat? Not here. One of these is a copycat, actually. And one of these is a copycat. Because 9's, so in this box, these aren't copycat. These aren't copycat because this sums. Oh, hold on. No, that's wrong. You can copycat to yourself. Back up. 3 could copycat to itself. Oh, no, because this can't copycat to 6, and this can't copycat to here. So even though the sum is correct, in theory, you could copycat to yourself, but you couldn't do it in row 5, because then if you copycat to yourself, then you'll see yourself by Sudoku. That doesn't work. And this is not a 3, so I can't do it there. Or it's not a 2, actually, which is where I'm looking for. So none of these are copycats. So one of these is a copycat, which means now none of these are, none of these are. 9's already done, so one of these is copycat. So what I've left is a yellow, in these two boxes, I have the copycat on this 8 and the copycat on the number 2 in yellow. But unfortunately, I don't believe that I know which is in which box even, let alone where those go. This can't be a copycat set. Actually, nothing can copycat to itself because you have to go to a different team. How did I not think of that earlier? You can't copycat to yourself ever in this puzzle. So if there's a copycat, it's always to a different digit. So I can't do 6-1. Well, I could do 6-1 without copycats, but it doesn't work here. So how is this 8 going to work? I could do 4-1 and then something copycatting to a 3. 5-1, something copycatting to a 2. Yeah, okay. Lots of choices. That's not a 4. Oh, I have all my blues here. These are yellow. Which means what? Here I've got one of each. I don't necessarily have one of each here. Depends how this all shakes out. One of each here. One of each here. How does this resolve? I feel like it has to do with this 6 somehow. Where's the 1 in here? Who knows? If this is blue, it has to be a 1. Is that plausible? This becomes a 1, this becomes a 1. I get a 1 in, oh, sorry, that's a 4. It's just been sitting there. If this is a 1, this is a 1, and this column, this becomes a 1. Oh, sorry, that's a 4 as well. But that's been sitting naked for forever. That is not going to help me. So if this is blue, it's a 1 because it sees 6, 4, and 5. And if it's yellow, if this is blue, it's a 5. Okay, I don't think that helps, but it is weird. Let's do that. If this is blue, it's a 5, which would go here. No, that doesn't help as much for some reason. At least not obviously. Wait, are none of those possibly? No, this could be a copycat. Yeah, my lack of copycat shading is really making it tough for me. 2, 3, 8, 9. Okay, let's think about this 8. How does this 8 work? is there any way this goes down here? I mean, the answer must be, it must be possible because I could just put a copycat here. And this could copycat to a 2, 5, 6, 1, 5 copycats, or 6 copycats to a 2. Everything's fine. These are all yellow. Oh, these, hold on. At least one of these are blue. Now I'm starting to think this can't be blue. And that would, if this is not blue, that forces a 2-cell blue here, which is going to be really helpful. Because this couldn't be the copycat. This would have to be. It would have to be, this would have to be a 6 with this copycatting to 2. So hold on. What if this is a blue? I'm definitely getting a 6. It could be a copycat 6, but I'm definitely getting a 6 here. Not here. I mean, these could both be blue. But I'm getting a 6 on this 8 with a 1 or a 5. Look, I could do yellow, yellow, yellow to cut off the blue, and yellow here. Well, no, that would have to be blue now as well. Is there no way, if this is blue, I think I have to get to 3 digits. But we can have 3 digits. 3 digits is okay. I'm just going to draw one in to prove to myself that I think, so if I do this, and I make this the 6, how am I going to do this? The copycat's one of these. It can't be, the 6 has to copycat because otherwise, the 6 has to copycat, otherwise we get too big because I can't copycat to a 1. So the 6 copycats to 2 or 3. We could have 1, 4 with a 3 or 1, 5 with a 2. Well, that does work. I don't see any problems with something like that. And presumably I could do something like this as well, or this, and make this yellow. Or even, I guess if this is yellow, these are all 3 blue. Maybe that's a problem. If this is yellow, is the problem with all these 3 being blue? I don't see why it would. This would be 4 or 5. This would become a 1. A 6 copycatting. This would be 4 or 5. That seems fine. Oh, no. Hold on. No, that doesn't work because if this is yellow, all 3 of these are blue, but then the 4th one also becomes blue, right? And because my 4th blue in this box will be connected to this line somewhere. So if all 3 of these are blue, I get a 4th on it for sure. And even if the 6 is copycat down to a 1, which it can't be, 1, 4, and 5 by itself are already 10. So this has to be blue. And now, one of these is blue, one of these is blue, one of these is blue. Every single pair here. I think it's easy to do this. Well, this can't copycat. So let's start here. This can't copycat, and it's 4, 5, or 6. Because this can't copycat to a cell of the same color. So If this is also not copycat, it's definitely not a 5. It would have to be a 1. But then this could be a blue 6 copycatting to 2 or 3, and that would be fine. Or this could copycat to 2 or 3, and that would be fine with a 5 or a 6. So I think I have multiple options here. So what do I have to avoid happening? I have to avoid these blues touching, which seems easy. I have to avoid these yellows touching, which seems easy to avoid in both cases. There's probably more copycat stuff I can do. Or just normal Sudoku. Let's try yellow. Let's try Sudoku on yellows for a bit. Because if I could figure out what these digits are, that might help. Like if I could show that this is a 7, that would help. Did I already do all the Sudoku I can? One of these is a 9. Yeah, I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing what I need to do. This is okay to be yellow because there are no clues anywhere in here. Yeah, in fact, it's literally impossible to connect. I was trying to think, how could I even connect these? Like, what's excluded here? I can't possibly connect this to here. I can't possibly connect these. So the only clue I really have left are these. The rest is just colored Sudoku and the copycat. And the copycat restriction on digits. So let's think about the copycat restriction on digits some more, because I think there are multiple ways to make this 8 work. I have 1 or 5 here. I have 1, 5, or 6 here. 4, 5, or 6. Nah. And I have a copycat 2 somewhere in here. Can I do something like, if this is copycat, this is copycat. Well, this is not copycat. But that's not stopping any of these from being a copycat for, well, this is not copycat actually either. So yeah, I can X out, so hold on, this is not copycat because it goes to that. Okay. I have to just think more carefully about this. Can I do something? Yeah, this goes to here, which also doesn't work. This goes to that. Okay, so that one is the copycat. So that's not, that's the 3, that's the 7. I was only using the copycats in terms of the sums, but it's also helpful for figuring out which is actually the copycat. So one of these is my copycat. That's not a 6. So a 4, 5 pair here. That's a 6. That's a 5. Yeah, okay, there we go. We're going to get some real Sudoku now. That's a 6, which is not a copycat, which means this can't grow again because they can't both be 1, because this can't copycat to a 1. So that's it. This is yellow, which means this is a blue 6. In the columns, this is yellow, this is blue, wrong blue. This has to copycat to a 2. And now 1 and 5 are both copycatted, so this is a 4. Also, this is 1, 4 pair here. This copycats to a 2. So we have 2 and 3 here. My 2 copycat is somewhere in here, but this is not 2 and this is not copycat, so that's a 2. I get, what do I get? 4 makes this 1, 5, nope, 1, 4. My 1 now is here. This now can no longer be blue because we said if this is blue, it's 1, right? This sees all the blues. So that's yellow, that's blue, and therefore 5. This is now 2, 3. That's resolved. Copycats. This 2 is the copycat, so this is not. That means these are different digits. So these are the same, which has to go here. So they're 5. That's a 1. I have, these are 7, 8, 9. So that's the 7. That's an 8, 9 pair, which fixes those. We have, do I know this order yet? Probably, I must know it. So this must be blue. This must be yellow. So this is an 8, 9 pair. So this is my 9, 8, 9, 8, 9. This is 3 and 7. These are 2 and 8. These are 1 and 4, which I don't, oh, I know it from here, which fixes those. And that fixes these, and we're done. Maybe, yes. All right, great puzzle. Great puzzle, Viking Prime. Yeah, I don't know why it took me so long to think about the fact that copycat cells, like which of these could be copycat, was entirely dictated by what they see on the other side. I don't know why it didn't cross my head. I probably could have finished 20 or 30 minutes earlier if I had seen that. But anyway, still a great puzzle. Mostly apologies to people watching that long for that realization. Anyway, have a great day. Thank you for watching. Thank you for setting, and see you next time. Bye.